The following podcast has been rated Listener MA. It contains strong language, violence, adult situations, nudity. Listener discretion is advised.
In the walkway, a poop. The womb nuke.
See a picture I do of me naked? I'll show you a picture of me naked, you'll love it.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Laughing on the Sidelines podcast. I am your host. My name is Scotty Gurman, a.k.a. Scooter McFuckstick, and alongside me, as usual, I have two excellent stand-up comedians, but first, he is the best DEI hire of all time, plus he'll put your wiener in his mouth. Please welcome back Mr. JP!
They love me.
They love you.
Not all of them.
They really love you.
Most of them, but not all of them.
I actually have that song on my rotation now.
Nice.
Good,
It
dude.
plays every once in a while
Nice.
while I'm mowing the lawn.
Nice.
love that.
And we are very, very
Good lawn mowing music.
happy to have him back. The only one of us who's actually still traveling and being a comedian. Please welcome back Mr. Mike Baldwin.
Hello.
He still hasn't programmed other sounds.
I see a lot of your stuff now. Like,
you?
oh yeah. Any chance I do, I get to
sorry.
like it. No, I think it's great.
No,
I
it's good,
I actually really like it. But it's nice to have both of you guys back. Well, we'll get to that here in a second.
I wish if I could say it was nice to be back.
Oh,
It's
shut up.
not.
It is.
It is for me.
But ladies and gentlemen, if this is the very first time you've ever listened to the Laughing on the Sidelines podcast, this is a comedy podcast where we like to make very inappropriate jokes about the current events that are going on in sports and current events and all kinds of other shit. This is also an adult podcast where we like to use foul language and offend people who have very thin skin. So if that's you, you're in the wrong place. Get the fuck out of here. Thank you and goodbye. We've got an awesome show for you guys today.
Oh, baby.
The show gets the same applause that I did.
It does. It's the same amount.
I'm equal.
Yes, absolutely.
Nice.
But no, we've got a lot of stuff to get to. We've got hot topics as usual. We have overrated or underrated. That's where I draw the line. Questions and preguntas, a draft, and we always wrap the show up with a shitty situation. But we like to tell you guys what's happened to us over the last week or so, or weeks for Mike, and we like to call that our week recap. And we are for sure going to start off with JP.
I did the normal shit, man.
No, you didn't.
I did. I smoked.
Yep.
I played video games.
Yeah.
I fucking worked
Yeah.
a lot. Went bowling. Did play cards Saturday night for a little bit.
Yeah.
Lost every game that we played, which was fun.
Nice.
And then I went and played pool with you yesterday for
Sure
a little
did.
bit. Yeah.
I really do appreciate that. I was not
man.
I was not having a good day.
I was on my way back to work and you called and you're like,
Yeah.
hey, man, what are you doing? And I was like, driving. You're like, hey, man, you want to hang out for a bit? Fuck
Yeah, I was not having a good Sunday. I don't really know why. I was just like kind of depressed and I just needed a friend, but I didn't want to be around my wife
Did
because
it work?
Yeah.
Am I that good?
Yeah, I think it was
Imagine if you'd let me do what I wanted to do instead of pool.
No.
I mean,
You'd have done something else with that pool cue.
you
yeah.
sure would have.
Yeah.
Got it all gross.
don't need that chalk.
No.
It's just going to get in our way.
Yeah. We did. We had
make a paste.
I think it was a mixture of both. It was definitely you coming and hanging out with me, and that really helped. But I also think us going live on TikTok and just playing pool, I think that I have to like shove my emotion down whenever the camera's on you. I think you're
Yeah.
supposed to do that. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that helped too. So
Yeah, I don't
thank you all
give
you
a
guys.
fuck about your problems.
Right.
Shouldn't the exact opposite
It should be, but it's
the
not.
way that you handle your problems?
Yeah.
No.
Hey, talking into the front of the mic. there.
Oh, this fucking
There
microphone.
you
like you've
go.
been here before, man.
Yeah.
I
dude.
haven't.
But yeah. So bolt. You bowled.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you did not play very well.
No, I bowled good.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. This is just like the league I'm bowling in right now is 9-pin no tap.
Oh yeah, you told me
Yeah,
that.
so it doesn't matter. So it's just fun. But
Oh,
I
that's
bowled
good.
good.
That's good.
Yeah,
Spectacular.
Great. Super for me.
happy to do that. But yeah, anyways, well, good. Well, again, thank you very much for helping me out. I really appreciate it.
It was fun.
But yeah, let's move on to Mr. Mike Baldwin, buddy.
What?
It has been almost, I want to say it's almost been at least 6-7 months since you've been on the show.
It hasn't been that long.
Yes, it has.
It was before the election.
That's correct. And so that
No
was
way.
yes.
Yeah,
yes.
man. Time flies, doesn't it?
Really?
Yeah.
That's why I don't worry about whatever's going on this week, because I know 6 months is going to
It's
just
gonna be
fly
like-
by, so
yeah.
it doesn't even matter.
It's definitely
All
true.
right.
That's what,
Doesn't seem like it's been that
while
long.
I'm living life, a common parent saying is like the days are long, but the years are short, you know?
Yeah.
Because every day you're like, fuck, but then you look back and you're like, oh my God, he's graduating high school. Like, where
Yeah.
the fuck did the time go? But
Oh, yeah, for sure.
like while I'm living comedy life, I feel like I'm not doing anything. And then I just looked back at my calendar, and since I've been here last, I went to Texas, to Arizona, to Indiana, to Minnesota. Hey, I could write a song.
You should.
Missouri, Oklahoma.
That's how you should close your show out from now on.
Absolutely.
A song about all the places that you've been.
That's actually not the worst idea in the world. I can already.
I have a lot of mediocre ideas, dude, if you need any more.
You
Yeah.
sound like it. I can
Yeah.
I can sing the states in alphabetical order, but I haven't been to all
You
of them.
should call
so-
it "I've Been Everywhere, Man."
Oh, that's good.
That's,
Oh,
that-
that's
I think that's
catchy.
a good.
I
yeah.
was thinking on the road again. But
That's also really
okay.
catchy.
That's all right. We can
See
do
how
that.
you guys are taking my mediocre idea and just fucking
fucking killing it.
adding rocket fuel to it?
that's
I love
right.
it.
Comedians do. That's what the best ones do.
Hell
That's
yeah.
right. So, am I a comedian now?
Yeah,
yeah, dude, I think you're funny.
I'm
I
a
mean-
fucking punching bag, is what I
No,
am.
dude, I think you're funny.
I feel like if you booked a show somewhere, you would sell more tickets than JP or myself. So I would say you're more of a comedian than
There's
we
no
are.
chance that would happen.
No way.
If you were like, "Hey guys,
Dude,
I'm doing a
whose
live
ass
performance,"
are you trying to kiss to come back again? like what's going on here? Where's Mike Baldwin? What have you done with him?
Scotty is like my favorite person in the world.
Thanks,
oh my
man.
god!
Ah, I appreciate it.
You're in the upper half for sure.
Thanks, man. I'll take that. I'll
Right?
take that.
He
yeah.
knows a lot of people. I'm
sure, yeah.
So you know.
I know, but I don't. I either dislike or don't care about more than half of
Scotty's
them.
in my top 5.
Yeah. Hey, man. You too.
And I know a fuck ton of people. Some of them I know, some of them I don't know their names, but I still know them.
Where am I on your list?
Oh, you're definitely in the top 10.
You're
I
probably
think.
in the top 10.
I think.
Am I?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
I think
Thanks. That
everybody
means something.
everybody on the crew for
Yeah,
the
I
podcast
agree.
is in my top 10. Like 100%. JP's definitely up there because he actually answers the phone whenever I need something, and I mean like a crying shoulder.
Yeah, dude,
You know,
I'm
shoulder
always
crying.
there, buddy.
And I
Anytime
appreciate
you need
that.
a blowjob or a shoulder to
Don't
cry
ever
on.
need that.
Are you guys
I'm
doing
just saying if
gay
you
stuff?
do.
Or
No.
No, he wouldn't let me. I
No.
tried. I tried. Trust me, I tried.
Were you intoxicated?
No.
No.
Were you like, bring that dick over here?
no. It
He
wasn't
kept
like
on
that
getting
at
me to
all.
drink though. He kept on
Yeah.
saying, "Hey, come on, have another one."
Was
there,
he
buddy.
was he like tipping your cup up to your mouth
No,
for you?
I wasn't that
Drink
bad.
it.
It wasn't that bad, and I didn't
Drink
put
it
anything
all.
in it either.
No.
No powdery substances, nothing like that.
Good.
Yeah.
That's why we like you, man. You're a respectable gay.
Yeah, not like those other raping faggots.
Right?
What the fuck?
That's the clip of the week, I would say, right there.
100%.
Right. I mean,
Oh, that's great.
thanks, Mike.
No problem. I set them up and you knock them down.
Got him,
right.
baby.
So what was the biggest show that you had? Do you know?
I don't remember. Probably hyenas in Texas.
Yeah, I was
No,
gonna
I
say
take that
probably
back.
Texas if it was hyenas.
JP's in Arizona was packed. It's always packed. I'll be there again in August. So look that
Seems
up.
like a place I should go.
if you
go
live
to
in Arizona.
You go
Oh,
to
yeah,
Arizona a lot.
I didn't even make the connection. That's so dumb of me. Like, isn't that weird?
Yeah.
It shows me where I'm at in his top 10.
No, I mean,
It's
like,
literally my name.
Like, we had
He's
a-
like, I don't fucking know.
we had a Baldwin piano in my house growing up, and I never even thought about it. You know what I mean? I was just like, yeah, that's a piano brand.
That's
And-
our piano.
Right.
It says Baldwin right on it.
Interesting.
You should just go into any piano store and just fucking start carrying one out. And they'll be like, what the fuck are you doing?
And I'll
It's
just
got my
show
name
them my
on it.
name. Yeah,
Yeah, just without
I
your
believe
ID.
I'm
It's got
due.
my
I
it's got my
believe this
fucking
is-
name
yeah,
on it.
I believe this is
there.
mine.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything else, Mike, that you've experienced that you want to talk about?
No, but JP's thing just made me wish that my last name was Blowjob from a hot chick.
You can change it.
I could.
sure
yeah,
could.
dude, it's not too late.
You'd have to say it fast to make it sound like a real name. But Blowjob from a hot chick.
Nice. Mike
Hi,
blowjob.
my name is Mike. Mike blowjob from a hot chick.
It was very.
Where are you from? Illinois.
It was actually very fun. I do really appreciate JP coming out and hanging out with me. It was really fun.
I always got your back.
We ended up going to a bar called Side Pockets is where we were.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but it was very interesting because like there would be like these girls would walk in and I'd be like, hey, JP, look at that one. Still nothing? And you're like, nope. I'm like, God.
But I'd fuck her boyfriend, so that worked out.
I understand the feeling.
Yeah.
Like because if I was hanging out with JP and like 4 dudes walked in and JP was like, check those guys out, I'd be like, they look like dudes.
Yeah, the guys.
I'm not attracted to any of them.
The guys that I bowl with that I used to bowl with for years and years and years, I would be like, damn. And they would, every time they would look, and then they would look back at me and go, motherfucker. And they're like, that's a dude. I'm like, I know. I said damn. I was like, I didn't say damn because it was a hot girl. And they finally got used to it where when I would be like, holy shit, they'd be like, nope, not looking.
JP did that at work the other day.
That was the same league with these sexist fucks. I love them. A hot girl to walk down the lanes, and everybody in the league would just stop.
Clap.
Start clapping, and I'm like, holy fuck, dude.
That seems like as if I was a girl, I'd be like, all right, well, let's not go to the bowling alley again.
For sure. So,
anywho. Remind me later. I've got another story that I don't want to tell on air. But
okay.
Anyways, so I played pool with JP. I want to get to this first.
I was very good, by the way.
I think we split.
Sure.
I think so.
I think I might have won like 4 more, but who's counting?
Whatever. But yes,
I made a lot of shots when your back was turned.
I'm sure. Yes, I'm not shocked.
I'm hoping they got some of those on video because they were me grabbing the ball and throwing it down or hitting it with my stick until it went into the pocket.
Absolutely. But anyways, I figured out my AC conundrum. If you guys haven't been paying attention, I haven't had AC for going on now 4 weeks.
Seems like you don't need it.
No, luckily
it feels very mild in here.
Well,
but also it seems like if you've lived this long without it, you'll be okay.
Right? You would think I'd be saving an absolute shitload of money on electricity.
You would
think. But I've got every fucking fan in this house going off.
Fans don't cost that much.
You're probably right. But
I
still don't have air conditioning. I have figured out what the issue was, and guess whose fault it was?
Yours.
My fucking wife's.
What did she do wrong?
She clicked the wrong button on the website to make a claim. Now, granted, they should have been able to figure this out.
Oh, they do that on purpose. They do that on purpose.
She clicked on a fucking wall unit instead of central heating and air, and so whenever the company that comes out, or the contractor or whatever, whenever they make an estimate, the warranty company knows, hey, that part isn't even a possible part for a wall unit. So they keep on kicking it back and forth, and so it keeps going back to the contractor, then back to the warranty company, and back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah,
and back and
they
forth.
Totally do that on purpose, dude.
100%.
You should be able to just check, it's hot in my house.
Yes.
And they're like, all right, well, we'll send somebody out to check out the issue.
Oh, believe me, it is. I don't want to say the company because the company, there's 2 employees that actually listen to the show on a regular basis, and then you would think,
hey, thanks for listening, guys.
Try to prioritize me a little bit, but no.
But what I found with most companies
why they're not doing
is
that's probably it.
Those guys that work there are 100% agreeing with you and going, yeah, I don't know why we don't do it like that.
I know,
and it always comes from somebody above who's like, look, we'll make an extra $38 million a year if we just put this extra box on the website.
You're right. But what's frustrating more, it's both. It's both the contractor and the warranty company that I'm just not getting any help from. Because, I mean, I was on hold. I think one day I was on hold for like 45 minutes just to talk to a human being. And I finally got to the point
and then
where
you can't even understand them.
Oh, I sure shit couldn't. I definitely couldn't. Oh, yeah. But then I go, I need to get to either a supervisor or get me to the escalated department because I am going to lose
and they
my
wonder
shit.
why people are shooting people up.
Oh,
they wonder
God.
why.
It's because it's 80 fucking degrees in my house and I've about lost my shit.
I thought I was going to have to take his gun from him yesterday. I was like,
He
dude,
did.
you should give me that.
So I think that has something to do with what
He
my
wouldn't.
whole situation was. But yeah, I think that may have something to do with it. But I think at least at this point that we are getting close to the point to where they have the part. They have the part.
Good.
It's there.
Now they just got to come
They
put
just
it in.
they just have to approve the goddamn claim and then come and install it. So I'm hoping that happens sometime this week. Please, dear God.
Your story kind of takes away from my story, but I don't have AC in my car.
Damn
and,
it.
And it's fucking hot outside.
wow.
I got a new car since the last
You
time I
did?
was here because I smushed into a deer in my other one.
I smushed into it.
It totaled my car, dude.
Well, then
but
you did more than smush into it.
I got a good
You
payout and
slammed
stuff,
into it.
though.
Yeah, that's good.
And then I paid cash for this shittier
good.
car that I now have.
And it's the same car, isn't it?
It is, yeah. But I did have a 2020, and now I have an 07, so it's a giant downgrade.
Oh, wow.
Like I used to have the thing where when you turn your blinker on, it shows you on the screen what your blinker, like, yeah, I don't have any of that. No reverse cam, no cruise
Oh my
control.
God.
No cruise control?
I didn't even think about it when I bought it. I was just like,
my
yep, looks
God.
good. And then I was driving home and I was like, okay, this is going to be tough.
Oh.
And it's a stick. I wanted a stick though.
Oh.
Because that was my first car was a stick.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be nostalgic or whatever.
know
but-
you
After
can-
driving around the country, you still want a stick?
I don't hate it.
Okay.
Especially once I'm on the highway,
Then you're
then
good.
there's no
Yeah.
shifting anyway.
Right.
You can add a cruise control to it, right?
I don't think I'm gonna.
Okay.
That's why I still don't have AC because I'm like, dude, it's like a $4,000 car. I don't think it's worth.
Putting money into it?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I don't know. Doesn't sound familiar.
What?
Sounds exactly like my situation.
It totally does.
Like I am
you
not
have-
putting another dollar into my car.
I mean, I know if I try to sell it, they're gonna say it doesn't have AC, and they're gonna take $500 off of whatever price. So if I get it fixed, that'll cost me $500, but then I won't later have that issue. It'll still, I'll even out one way or another.
Yeah, but in the meantime, you could have AC.
That's I know. I'm kind of talking myself into it now. I should probably get that fixed.
Probably should.
Do you know what it needs?
Yeah, I think it needs the whole thing. It needs a compressor.
It was never there in the first place.
No, the guy said.
They just had a.
I hate when mechanics talk to me like with words that they know. The guy was like, "No, your AC, the clutch doesn't work," and I was like,
the clutch.
I was like, "The clutch," because I'm thinking like the thing that I push with my foot to shift gears. And I was
Same
like, what does
thing.
the clutch have to do with the AC? And he was like, oh, well, when you turn it on, it goes in and it clicks on this. And I was like, the clutch does? Like, it took me several sentences for me to go, so is this the thing that I shift gears with? And he was like, no. So I
Yes,
was
though.
like, why do you name two completely
because
separate
they're both
parts
clutches.
the same
They
word?
do the same thing.
It's like working with two guys named Chris, and they're like, "Go ask Chris," and you're like, "I should know, I guess, who you're talking about."
So
But
JP, whenever the guy got done with talking with Mike on the phone and he hangs up, the first thing out of his mouth was, "What a fucking moron!"
probably
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
I know because I've seen me do that.
that's how I feel when people leave comedy shows and
Yeah.
they do something that you shouldn't do. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's the same if you're a waiter or waitress. You're like, these people don't know how to sit down and eat. But there are some people that are just.
It is
I don't
true.
know, but I can't be mad at them because I'm like, you don't know the things that I know.
Well, I'm glad that we somehow segued to automotive talk because boy, did we have a Monday at work today.
Why?
Holy shit, was it Meth Head Monday at my place.
What does a meth head look like to you?
Okay, this dude. Okay, first off, I'm gonna tell the girl first. At the other location that we have,
I'm just.
it looks like JP.
Say, what does a meth head look like to you? And I'm just like.
JP.
Are you a meth head? You're not a JP's not a meth head, is he?
Thinking,
He was.
I was thinking with a few less teeth.
Yeah, that's possible.
If I hadn't
If you had
got,
less teeth and an itch, you would look like a meth head.
if I hadn't gotten busted by my parents the Monday of spring break my sophomore
Might
year in
be.
high school, I probably would be, dude. But yeah, I had to take a physical for school, and my mom was like, he's taking a drug test also. And I was just like, whatever, because I couldn't be like, no, because that would be it's the same as like if you're
Right.
applying at a job and you ask,
Do you have
if
any
they
questions for me?
Yeah, do you guys drug test?
Yeah. And if so, what for?
Right, that's the worst question to ask. That's as bad as failing it.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
What?
Before we get onto the car stuff, you won't believe what I did over the weekend because my house was so hot.
I think I will believe it.
I took my socks off.
Oh,
I don't believe it.
I did. I straight up fucking took my
Wow.
socks off. I was like the very first time in a very long time that I actually have taken my socks
do you
off.
sleep with socks on?
100%.
And you
He
don't?
does everything with socks
Do you
on, bro.
shower
Yes.
with your socks on?
No,
Yes.
that is
And
the
then
He's got
only
water socks. He calls them his
socks?
gator socks.
They're grippies.
They're grippies. He fucks with them on too.
I do fuck with socks on.
I mean, I do too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
But
it
I
is.
also fuck with socks off. It just depends.
I fuck in a mask. I have to.
Oh, does it
I'll
look like a
fucking-
dog?
Yeah.
100%.
Whatever I'm still wearing
Gross.
when she decides to let me. You know what I mean?
It doesn't matter. You're
doesn't
not
matter.
fucking. Yeah.
I'm like, I just have a t-shirt and my socks on, but
That's funny.
Trust me,
time.
it's worth it, baby.
So anyways, back to Meth Head Mondays. We have two locations where I work. One is a separate building, and I got sent a picture from one of my coworkers of this lady. At least we think so. She was just methed out of her mind. She had makeup on. She had like lipstick that looked like clown makeup.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh my God, it was terrible. And then she even had it like under her eyes, like
Are
war
you sure it
paint.
was a lady?
I'm not 100%.
Because there
She
was
looked
this
methed out.
trans that used to come into my work,
that would do that.
and like yes, and the lipstick was all the
Yes.
way, like it looked like a clown.
Yes.
like it was bad.
Yeah,
and
do you
they were
think that's
definitely
because
messed out.
of facial hair? Do you think they're trying to hide their mustache?
Maybe,
with
dude,
lipstick?
I don't know.
I have
that
no
doesn't
clue.
work, by the way.
Of course it doesn't
I mean,
work.
Just saying.
What kind of fucking?
I mean,
That's why it's a mental disorder.
I didn't want you to go home and try it. But, you know what I mean? Trying to save you some time
That's
later.
why it's a disorder. Is because
Okay.
it's like you look like
Okay.
a fucking crazy person,
All right.
right?
You know,
dude.
that doesn't work.
I wanted to make sure that you knew that does not work.
You son of a bitch. Anyway, so there was that one, and I guess I never saw her, but the picture was just, oh boy, it was bad. But that was down at the other building. At my building today, there was a dude that pulled in his, I want to say it was like a 2004-ish, like Ford 500, right? And the front bumper was off of it, and the back bumper was off of it. Okay?
So he's got one less bumper than I got.
He sure does. But I'm just like sitting there, and I'm kind of watching another person deal with him, and he has a blow device on his car. So
Well,
we're adding up. It's starting to make more and more
Yeah.
sense.
Those blow things don't test for meth, though.
Sure
The
don't.
weird thing is when you suck them, nothing happens.
Right.
It took me a long time to figure that
That's
one out.
probably why the dude started doing meth. Because he was like,
Probably.
fuck, I can't drink and drive anymore.
So
Yeah.
meth.
Right.
But anyway, so
This
apparently.
goddamn system.
They're gonna have to find one that tests for meth.
Apparently, he went into a car wash or something like that, and somehow the car wash accidentally like fucked up his car.
Yeah.
And we had already seen it. This was like weeks ago, and we ordered parts for it. And he was supposed to come in later this week, but he ended up showing up today. And he goes up to the person that's taking care of him, and he's like, "I hit something." And she was like, "What did you hit?" And he's like, "I don't know." And you're like, "What do you mean you don't know?" He's like, "I don't know, but like my front bumper now is off." And we're like, duh, obviously. And so his plan was he was just going to leave the car with us and have us check it out whenever we got to it, right?
Okay.
So we say, okay, that's fine. But you need to call your blow device company to have them shut it off so we can get the code so we can work on it because we can't blow into a blow device. He said he couldn't because his phone was dead and he didn't have the phone number. And it was just all kinds of these roundabout ways of why he couldn't do that. And then the next hour and a half, this dude is taking everything inside of his car, which it looks like he lives out of, and putting
Guilty?
it, and he puts it on like our service drive, like on the floor. including the front bumper that was ripped off of this fucking car. It's just sitting around the car on our service drive. He's got like bags of dirty clothes and all kinds of other shit, trash. And then at one point, he even takes off his shoes and is walking around our service drive in socks. And we're going.
Thank God he had on his socks.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And I kind of respected him a little bit more for his socks.
I respect him already. So did he gather up his things because somebody else was coming to get him, or?
No.
That's okay.
He was going to stay there now.
I don't know. We had no
nowhere else
idea.
to go.
We had no idea what he was doing. I mean, he literally was taking shit out of the trunk of his car, out of the the back seats of his car for over an hour and 15 minutes. And finally, my boss ended up having to go out there and tell him, like, "Yo, bro, what's the major malfunction? He's obviously on something." And it takes a while, but he ends up putting everything back into his car and then end up leaving because what he hit was the front of his car without a front bumper now, and he twisted the fucking frame. So no point in fixing this thing, dude. It's going to be totaled. So, but it was just fucking wild to watch this dude for an hour. I guarantee you I know what was happening, though. I think I know what he was doing.
What?
He knew he had drugs in the car and he was looking for him and he couldn't find him.
Maybe.
I think that's what was actually happening.
You never know.
No,
Usually, as a drug addict, I always know where they're at.
Yeah, but meth maybe?
No, I think you know more.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
I can go without weed.
That
and I'll
picture's
be
not
okay.
getting out of your head unless it's Easter style, where
Right,
somebody's
right,
like, "All
right.
right, give me your meth.
I
I'm
put a
gonna
rock,
hide it."
yeah, or put a rock in your car
You're like,
somewhere. See if you can find it.
You're like, "It's
Yeah.
in this house, though, right?" Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
That reminded me of the Breaking Bad scene where Jesse hands the dude the shovel, and he's like,
Yeah.
the guy's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "You know what I'm doing."
Yeah.
And he's like, "How deep do you think it is?" That guy just got in a mode of like, "All right, so I'm going to take my stuff out of my car."
Yeah.
And then he just forgot about the world because meth.
Yep, because of meth. But the last thing, I hope you guys really enjoyed my shark video that I posted on Instagram and TikTok of me being just unrealistically terrified of plastic giant sharks.
Yeah, that's gay.
It was really embarrassing.
Super gay.
But
That's a good word for, like, that's what I want America to be, is I want to be able to call things like that gay.
Yeah.
And not have
can.
anybody get upset.
You can.
I know you can now.
It's coming back. Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you can see how absolutely ridiculous of a fear that it is. But yeah,
that's what's the word? That's why it's a phobia.
Oh, it is.
It's an unexplained fear.
It is. It totally is. And I saw Jaws at like 3 years old, and so I was fucked for life. But the best part is in the video there's like things that they found inside of a tiger shark. And
Yeah, dude.
It's a Mr. Fister for
Dude,
sure.
that's not good.
For sure, there's like a hand
I'm sure.
that's like this, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh no.
So the shark ate a dildo?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. It totally did.
Or somebody was trying to fist the shark and it ate their arm. One of the two.
I was like, oh no. And I didn't want to say anything about it, but somebody commented, I can't remember if it was on Instagram or if it was on TikTok, but somebody was like, dude, that is straight up a Mr. Fister dildo. I'm like, oh, that's gross.
So is that just a normal dildo but shaped like a fist?
It's shaped like a fucking hand.
That seems very...
From the elbow up, it's
From
this size.
No, but they obviously cut off the suction cup at the bottom. Like
There's not
they
always
cut it
a
up.
suction cup.
I don't know.
Sometimes it's got a pull string.
Those suction cups digest faster than...
You have to put gas in it first.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyways, there were a couple individuals.
It ain't working. I don't know what the problem. Ain't no gas in it.
That's what it was. What was that sound?
Ain't got no gas in it.
no gas in it. But there were some individuals we did want to give a shout out. A couple of guys have birthdays. That would be Mason Workman and Peter Haverkamp. Happy birthday to both of you guys.
Happy birthday, gentlemen.
Yep. And then there were some individual questions. One from everybody. Mike, everybody had the same fucking question, so I can't give credit to everybody. But they want to know, Mike, how many times have you clipped your toenails
Dude,
since you've been on the show?
I guarantee it's not more than twice.
I guarantee you it's not more than twice.
It's not.
There it is.
It's exactly me twice.
I told you.
Every 3 months, bro.
God,
So I
or
guess
take,
it has
yeah.
been 6 months.
it has.
All right. I just
That's how we should have figured it
I
out.
just timed things by the moon cycle and my toenails.
There you go.
Yeah, no, they're fine.
They're fine.
I'm sure they are.
I like how I'm defending them after I was just like, I don't take my socks off when I have sex.
No, God, no, you'll cut a bitch.
You straight up will.
I had a girl call me claws once.
That's so bad.
But yeah, they're fine. I want to go get like a professional.
Pedicure?
Yeah.
If you do that, can I please go?
No, I
I want
don't-
to see the look on their face. I don't want to look while he's doing it, but
You
I
have
just
to-
want to see the look on their face when he fucking pops that sock off and goes, "All right, ladies, here it comes."
They make him do it when he comes in and he's just like scratching the tile floor.
yeah.
No, I've had pedicures before, and I've never had them be like.
They
like,
said
you can
stuff in other
tell-
languages. You don't know what they were saying.
But I can tell
Yeah.
by
I
the
do.
by the tee-hees of the other
Yeah,
girls
they
whether
were.
they're talking shit on me or not. You know?
100% they were. There's the same thing as that guy that hung up after they were trying to explain to you what a fucking compressor clutch is. Hang up. What a fucking
It
moron.
wasn't on the phone. It was in real life.
Oh, it was in person.
Even worse.
He had to see the car to tell me what was wrong
Well,
with
of
it.
course. I didn't know if you dropped it off or if you just stuck around.
No,
there.
I don't drop that shit off. I
Okay.
wait.
All right.
They
That's
get
fine.
things done so much faster.
You
If
go-
they're like the guy's
you go,
still
the
waiting.
question from Mike, I can't even tell you how many people asked this question.
Yeah.
We should have known.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the most common
Yeah.
comment that I get on anything.
Sure.
Sure. And that's okay.
I mean, I guess it's okay.
Yeah, that's what you're known for.
I wish people cared about my comedy as much as they care about my toenail clipping schedule.
There were some really good like crowd work videos that you had on Instagram that had me fucking dying. I loved it.
Thanks.
Yeah, appreciate it. And then JP has a question from Short Stack Goodnight. He wants to know, JP, I've been told by a few women that sucking on a dick tastes like avocado. Is this true or not?
Absolutely.
Is it really?
Yeah, if you smear avocado all over it first. Like, what the fuck kind of question is this? No, it doesn't taste like a fucking avocado.
It tastes like dick.
Tastes like a dick. If it tastes like an avocado, you've gone wrong somewhere. Something is wrong with your dick. You should have it checked out. If more than one girl tells you your dick tastes like an avocado, you should probably see somebody.
You have HPV.
He does say sucking on a dick, not sucking on my dick.
Right.
So I feel like they weren't telling him
Well,
what his
I'm
dick
just,
tastes like.
I'm just telling him, if this is about you, it's time to go see a doctor.
Dicks are like
They all taste different, dude.
right,
It's
exactly.
true. Yeah,
I mean,
that
I
is true.
assume.
No,
Yeah,
you're right.
That's whatever
But that's
body
how I
wash you
feel about
use.
vaginas. Because I remember like one specifically that smelled exactly like my Doc Martens smelled after I stepped in a puddle. It smelled like damp,
Wet leather.
damp Doc Martens, and I'll never forget that.
I'm sure you won't. I had one that smelled so bad I power washed the inside of my car, and I'll never forget that.
And that's the name of the episode today, Damp Doc Martens. Oh, that's
Man,
fantastic.
that is a damn shame.
I love it.
But I didn't.
God.
That's one of those smells that I'm not like, oh, I gotta fucking leave the room.
Oh, no,
I'm just
I'll
like,
still eat her out. I
just
love
like-
Doc Martens.
but I don't hate them. You know.
That's fucking fantastic.
God damn it.
I love it. I missed you,
Every
Mike.
time he smells moist Doc Martens, now he gets fucking hard.
I don't get hard. I get nostalgic.
Yeah.
I get what's the word Norm Macdonald used in Dirty Work? Wistful. It makes me wistful.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is this week's week recap. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate that. And also, if you haven't already, do us a favor. Please pause the video and leave us a like and leave us a comment of any questions maybe you have for future episodes. I do actually read every single one of those. And if it's a comment that we like, I'll put it on the show. So, you know.
And it's the cheapest way to support the
It is.
show.
It's free. It's totally free.
Not to be
because
confused with the most expensive way to support the show,
that
which is
coming
by
very, very soon.
donating infinity dollars to the following bank account: 8634.
But no, one of the things that JP and I did on Sunday when we were playing pool was actually discuss some merch ideas, and he is literally twisting my fucking arm to make sure that we figure that out and make it happen, and we will. I know we will. But let's move on to hot topics. How was that?
That was good.
Good deal.
I liked it.
If you're gonna do shirts, it's gonna be a lot, dude.
I have a couple of ways that I'm thinking about doing it. And
If you can let the audience person go to a website,
Yes.
choose a shirt, choose the color and the style, and then a company makes it and
Yes.
then sends it to them.
That's what I'm doing.
That's the way to go.
Yeah, that's what I've got going on. I just got to create the deal. But anyways, hot topics. We're going to move on. First things first. I don't know if you guys heard, but India and Pakistan are fighting again. Did you see that?
Yeah, but not anymore. They've reached a peace deal.
That's fine. I just saw that it happened, and the memes about the war absolutely made me fucking piss my pants laughing. It was like two people like shooting soap at each other. It was fucking hilarious. Just body wash bombs and shit. It was fucking awesome.
So bath jokes.
Oh yeah, just because everybody that lives in those two countries smells bad.
Like curry.
Yes, they all smell like curry, and curry is disgusting.
Isn't the percentage of street shitting like higher
No, I'm sure.
in India
Well, it
than
has
it
to
is
be
in
because
any
you know
other
how many
country?
people they have in that fucking country?
Yes,
Jesus.
it's incredible.
It's insane.
So there is
I bet
actually
it's beautiful.
No, it's not.
It's really not.
It's really not.
If you don't have a sense of smell, I bet you would be like, "This is a beautiful."
No.
No.
No,
How do
dude,
you
it's
know?
because there's trash on the streets and fucking there's not enough sanitation.
beautiful
to,
trash.
No, it's like that'd be like going downtown New York City and being like, God, it's gorgeous here.
Yeah,
It
the
is
sub-
If you can just
gorgeous.
if you can just get past that smell
that subway system smell.
of people
yeah.
shitting and pissing on themselves and
Absolutely.
walking around our streets.
You know when it smells the worst in New York is during winter. A lot of those smells are trapped in the ice.
and then when the
It's
ice
frozen.
melts, it
yeah,
comes
that
back.
first melt and the first day
Oh.
it's hot after that is
you just don't want to be there.
oh man.
So-
but that's a nostalgic smell too. Like
Yeah, it smells like
Smells like wet Doc
it
Martens.
smells like wet Doc
it
Martens.
smells like New
Damp.
York in the springtime.
Smells
you know.
like smells
Forget
like
about
damp
it.
Doc Martens. But anyways, no, actually,
Forget about
it's funny that you mentioned the whole thing about the trash because there's actually a Google game where they will take like that little guy on Google Earth and you can go to a particular location and there's a game that people play and it's like if you go to India in like Bangladesh and drop that person, your goal is to find a picture where there's no trash in it.
Impossible.
It's fucking impossible. Yeah. So I thought that was pretty fun.
Impossible.
Is Bangladesh and India in the same place?
No, it's not. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, it's not. What city am I thinking of?
I don't have any idea.
Not Bangladesh. Fuck.
Dublin,
No.
Los Angeles,
No,
Los Angeles, India.
No, I'm a fucking idiot.
Dublin, India.
It's Dubai. No.
No,
No.
that's in the UAE.
Yeah, you're
and
right.
I guarantee you're not finding any trash on the street in Dubai.
God, I'm
No,
a
you're not.
fucking moron.
Yeah, the only trash on the side of the street there is like a fucking old Bugatti that stopped working, so they just left it there
Right.
and bought a new one.
Mumbai is one, and then shit.
I don't think it's that important.
Oh yeah, but
I agree. I think we
If
could
anybody
probably
from
fucking
India is
move
going to
on.
get offended, they would have got
New Delhi.
offended when you said
I
it
was trying
was
to think.
covered in trash.
I'm
and
pretty sure we
shit.
could probably move on.
Yeah, we can. Moving on. The next thing I wanted to see. I don't know if you guys saw this yet, but did you guys see the the Mexican Navy ship run into the Brooklyn
I
Bridge?
did see that.
Fucking hilarious.
Why weren't there were like people hanging on the things? Why
Yeah.
didn't they be like, "Oh, let's get down real quick because
No
it looks like we're
shit.
about to fucking smash into this thing."
Yeah, and the thing was, they kept on saying it's a Mexican Navy ship. It looked like an old like clipper. It looked like an old ship. It didn't look like anything.
It looked
modern.
like a Goonies kind of ship.
Yeah, it did. It looked like a fucking old.
So it seemed like
frigate.
celebratory or whatever to me. It
Yeah.
wasn't like a,
And it had a
let's send in the troops.
It had like a shitload of Christmas lights and shit like that all over it. It just looked goofy, but it was just so funny just to watch it just slowly go into the fucking Brooklyn Bridge and take out the top mass off of the
But
thing.
how many people are like watching at like looking at the road while they're driving a boat? You know,
I don't
there were
know.
like hundreds of people on there. Nobody was like, whoa, 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 whoa,
That
whoa.
boat's coming awfully close.
I thought it was fucking hilarious. Somebody made the comment that that's the Mexican Titanic, and I fucking lost my shit. It was great. So that happened. But moving on to some sports news. Well, I guess I don't really care about the WNBA, but I saw this article that I guess the WNBA is investigating the Indiana fans cheering after Angel Reese
I
missed
heard
a
about
free
that.
throw.
That's not even a
an
thing,
act
dude.
of racism.
Who
like
said that?
It was. They weren't
What
being
the
racist.
fuck?
They were doing like a meme thing.
yeah, they were rooting against the person who's
They were
on the other
making
team.
noise while people are
That's
shooting free throws
fucking
and shit.
dumb.
Anywho, thank
Yeah,
God
but
we
it
talked
wasn't
about
even
that.
it wasn't even the player that was like, "Hey, come on, you guys." It was like the WNBA
it's
that was
dumb.
like, "We're so filled with shame today."
Yeah.
We're as bad as every other news outlet.
Right.
Even talking about this stupid shit.
And the last thing was obviously the hockey that's happened over the last couple of days.
Damn it, man.
Damn it, man.
First the fucking stuff, which
The Stars won.
I already knew was going to happen.
Yeah.
That was. I honestly thought whoever won the series between us and them is probably going to win the Stanley Cup.
The Stars?
I think they will, just because.
Sure.
Dude, the two best teams had to face each other,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned, and whoever came out victor in that one, and they sure showed that they were the dominant team the second round, and
So now the West is what? Dallas and Edmonton?
yeah.
I think that's right, yeah.
And I want Edmonton to win. but-
I kind of want Dallas to win on that one.
yeah, 'cause
but
you're a piece of shit.
I am. But on the other side, you've got Carolina.
yeah,
Carolina.
that sucks too.
Why?
I don't like them.
Go Carolina.
I don't even have a good reason. I
Oh, really?
just don't like them.
Well, that's fine. But yeah, did you know that the Toronto Maple
And
Leafs?
fucking Florida beat.
I don't want Florida. I want Carolina.
Yeah,
I don't
know
give a
you do.
fuck about any of what
Oh,
you're saying.
Carolina! I want Carolina to win.
What is your problem?
I just like saying it like that.
I don't care for it.
So
Oh, Chinese.
hockey, you're doing hockey.
Yeah, but the thing was that the
I
Toronto
love hockey.
we love hockey now.
Ever since they got rid of the Kansas City Blades, I've boycotted hockey.
Well, that's fine.
Gee, I wonder why they got rid of them.
The Toronto Maple Leafs have now lost 7 straight Game 7s.
I know, dude.
That's
insane.
crazy.
And they
the
got
shit
fucking
kicked out of them.
whooped.
Oh, that was bad.
The first period was good. After that,
Nope.
not so much.
3 unanswered goals, I think. Is what they said.
Unreal.
Dude.
So the Toronto Maple Leafs have made it to whatever
No.
the finals
No.
7 times, or
No, just anytime they get
Anytime
into
they have
an
a-
elimination game
in the
7
playoffs.
in the
anytime,
playoffs,
and an elimination game 7, they've lost.
They've
So
lost
they're
game
7 in a row.
so hockey is doing playoffs right now.
Yes.
And how many teams are left? Is
4.
it the
Four.
same
Four now.
Four now.
same like football elimination? Like you lose the series and you're out.
Yeah, it's like more like baseball.
Football's one game.
Yeah, 7-game
Yeah,
series.
but I
in
count
hockey.
the 7 as one in this scenario.
Yeah, 7-game
And
series.
you get 7 points for a touchdown and a kick after, so it all ties together.
It's fine, whatever.
Okay.
It's a moot point. No, he's not drunk. But the last thing is
No, it's been a decade. Today's what, the 20th
19th.
on May.
I don't know.
the
Why
twen-
don't you check your calendar and see how many times you've clipped your toenails since you quit drinking?
May
So we know.
18th, I quit drinking in 2015
right.
after a terrible May 17th.
So it's been 10 years.
right?
Good,
Yes.
Good for you.
Good deal.
One decade.
And then Cassie Rains believes or wants me to pronounce NHL players' last names because I won't know any of them. Listen, I know Waugh. That's the one that looks like Roy and it's pronounced Waugh.
Congratulations.
I know that one. Thank you very much. And then Paul Correa and Wayne Gretzky. That's about it. And Ovechkin. I know Ovechkin. Is there any other weird ones that you don't think I would
Do
get?
you think those are the weird ones?
No, I'm saying those are the only people I fucking know. I don't know
I would
anybody
like
else.
to set a list in front of you.
Oh, yeah.
and
Do you want to?
Yeah, I would love that. We
Tune
should
in
do that
next
sometime.
week.
Yeah.
We'll have a list.
We should
Anyway.
do that. Anyways, so that is JP wanted to mention
Dude.
P Diddy.
Dude, have you been watching this P. Diddy trial?
A little bit.
Bro.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, watching it. Is
Not
there
a little
video
bit.
footage of it?
No, I've just been reading
Paying attention
recaps
to
and
it.
stuff.
Like,
yeah.
okay.
No, there are
Oh, really?
there's no they're court drawings, but it's testimony
Okay.
from the trial, and they go over it. And this,
I just know I saw a picture of Diddy and he has gotten gray,
dude,
real quick.
That dude, his life is over.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Is it? Is that?
Oh my God!
All right,
dude,
because they're thinking about letting out the other guy. What's his name? Not Diddy related.
R. Kelly?
No, same. The white dude that's in jail for
Oh, I don't know.
the fucking Hollywood guy, like the big dude that nobody. All right,
I just know of the That 70s Show guy, but that was sexual assault. That wasn't child sex trafficking.
That is correct. Yes.
So,
Yeah.
but oh god, are you
Bro.
Who's the guy? that
Harvey
I'm-
Weinstein?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
They're gonna let
now
him out.
Harvey Weinstein's
They're
saying
going to
like
let him out?
why?
because it was all like
He's dead, right?
no.
he's a-
They didn't kill that guy yet?
He's
I'm
saying
surprised,
like,
right?
he was the first victim of the.
Fuck you guys. That was going to be funny.
I thought it was good. I was like,
Was that a prison sex joke?
No, they
No.
know that the prison hasn't fucking killed him while he's in there.
Ah.
That was the
So
whole
we
thing.
can't blow the whistle on the rest of them. Anyway.
Anyway,
Well, he's not blowing the whistle on anybody. He's just saying, I never fucking committed any crimes. I was just like a dude that
Yeah, well.
chicks
when it's
slept
your-
with because
yeah.
they wanted to further their careers and shit.
Well, when it's your house and there's secret tunnels and videos of you doing
That's in
things
Diddy's
with
house.
That's
minors,
Diddy, right?
That's Diddy, yeah.
See,
Dude,
that's
insane,
that's
bro.
criminal.
Justin Bieber, dude,
I don't know.
heartbreaking, bro.
It
His
is.
testimony. Like if you,
Oh, did he? All right, I'm gonna,
Heartbreaking,
I have
dude.
new things to watch, I guess, but
everybody's saying, at least what I've heard now is they think that Usher will end up coming and taking the stand because he was one of the first.
he'd
that-
better. He'd better, or else
I
he's gonna be
mean,
questioned.
yeah,
he's gonna be
right.
questionable. But the other
Anyway,
thing, I think I
Kevin
heard,
Hart.
his girlfriend.
I mean, how do you
Like,
it's
crazy.
listen to any
His-
music
his
or watch
girlfriend.
movies or anything after all of this sort of shit?
Right.
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get it.
His girlfriend's testimony was pretty
Oh
crazy
yeah.
too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
I never even knew about the hotel video where he fucking.
Oh, that
beats
was
the
that
shit.
was nothing.
I know,
That was
but I didn't even
nothing.
know about that.
That was like taking a walk out into a park somewhere.
Yeah, I know.
That was nothing.
For Diddy, you mean?
For what? No, yeah.
For what he's done. And everybody knows he's done.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, he's in deep shit.
Wow.
So, and there
His
was even
kids
there was
were
even
in the courtroom, and they no longer are coming to the courtroom.
Yeah.
The girls, after day 2, I think, maybe it was day 3, I might be wrong, but they basically stood up and were in tears and were hugging each other and left the courtroom and haven't been back.
well, you know,
Of course. I mean, who could fucking...
I've
Ooh,
even
it's
heard
crazy.
rumors that he may have actually been the one to attempt to kill Jamie Foxx, and
Yeah.
he was actually the one who did
Prince.
kill Prince.
Prince, dude, testified. They found a tape that Prince made before he died, basically saying, if something happens to me,
Really?
yes.
It was P Diddy.
Huh.
I mean, and this is what was going on, and this is why.
Well, let's
Because
wait and
I
see what the
threat-
jury
Oh,
decides.
I can
Let's
tell you what the
see.
jury's going to decide. This dude is fucked, and it's just now a matter of who he's taking with him. Dude.
That's what I was gonna say because it's
Right.
not just him. He's got to have a whole like.
Oh, it's a whole organization.
Yeah, my favorite thing JP said was what somebody else. What did you say that somebody said that the music industry will
They
look
said
nothing like it. What
the
what it does now.
prosecutor said the music industry will crumble from the inside out, or something like
It'll
that.
never
And-
look the same
And
again.
when this trial is over, the landscape of the music industry will never be the same again.
Wow.
Yeah, so there you go. Tons of fun. All right.
Yeah, it is. Back to comedy.
Back to comedy. We got it. That's Hot Topics. Hot Topics. Now let's move on to overrated or underrated. Thank you guys very much for participating in Month Day Fun Day. I really do appreciate that on Friday.
What
Fantastic.
does that mean?
Month?
Yes.
2 months. You should look it up. It's great.
Munting.
Munting.
You've never been munting?
You should definitely look month. You should
How to
schedule.
month.
You should say how to month. I think that would be a good thing.
Okay.
But anyways, we're gonna kick overrated and underrated off with Joseph Broderick. He wants to know overrated or underrated Tom Cruise running in every action movie.
Way underrated.
100%.
Especially if he's got those shorts on where you can see his dick float back and forth. I
Okay,
like that.
you fucking no.
I do like that.
Does he have that?
Oh, yeah.
Like Michelle Obama on that Ellen episode?
Yep, exactly. Exactly like that.
Hey, it's Big Mike. Get it right.
Yeah.
I don't call her anything.
I don't either. But no, I just think it's funny how he runs. I remember in Mission Impossible 2, there's like a part of the scene where he's trying to like run to his motorcycle at the very end, and he just looks like a fucking dork. Like he just looks like a weirdo, and so I just think it's when he's running, he's always just like he's fucking. Feet
I
are
wish
moving
I
a
looked
mile
like a
minute.
dork when I ran.
I know.
Because that dude has more money than God.
That's true.
I'm excited for the new Mission Impossible
It's
movie.
the last one, isn't it?
Well, I mean, that's
I
what
stopped
they
watching
say.
after the second one.
They're all good.
I know there's like 30 now, right?
No, there's 7, I believe.
Oh, that's insane.
Way too many.
That's way too
they're all
many.
good, and they're all
That's about 6 too many, probably.
All right, Tom, you're
they're
getting...
all pretty unrelated too. So you
Yeah.
can watch any of them and like
be okay.
jump
And be
in at the
okay.
beginning and not be like, "Who are these people?"
Tom, you're getting dangerously close to Fast and Furious levels here. You need to chill.
Yeah.
All right?
Well,
But
either that or run into a tree.
He might.
Fast and Furious was when did that? I'd like to see the math of how many Fast and Furiouses over how many years versus Mission Impossible, because I feel like Mission Impossible's been around longer.
It has.
I don't feel Fast and Furiously about the Mission Impossible movies.
Fast and Furious did it fast and furious.
They did,
They sure
right?
did.
Yes.
Mission
Well, they
Impossible
had
took
to.
their time.
Their star was about to run into a tree.
Yeah. Well, I mean, once you hear the news that that's coming, you're like,
You
we got to
gotta
get
fucking-
as
let's
many
get
as
these
we
things
can.
filmed.
And you can't kill Tom Cruise. He does all of his stunts.
Right.
He hangs
Plus
off of
he's,
planes.
what's
He dives.
Yeah, plus he's fucking
Scientologist.
Scientologist,
Yeah.
dude. They're
I wonder what
He's
if
just dodging all kinds of
Yeah,
bullets.
dude, he's undefeated. It's
crazy.
And still reigning Scientology champion.
That's right. And next one comes in
They'll
from...
just make another one.
You're right. They'll just clone him.
another Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Maybe they already have.
I guarantee there's at least 3 of them.
They're
walking
already
around.
cloning... What were they? Wolves. Dire wolves.
wolves,
They're already
yeah.
doing that, so that's fun. Maybe you can clone Tom Cruise.
Man, I can't wait to go to real life Jurassic Park.
Dude, it's it's fucking doable.
No, it's not. It better not fucking happen.
It's doable, dude.
Like we
and the sad
saw
part is the way that they got to do it is pretty much like the movie laid it out.
exactly-
You know what I mean?
Exactly like how the movie
Yeah.
played it out. It's just
Yeah.
like, hey,
Like this is coming,
this
dude.
DNA spot is missing, so we're going to take DNA from this animal that's close, and we're going to make it work.
Whenever Dick Tracy used
Exactly
to
what
talk
they're
into
doing.
his watch, everybody laughed.
Jesus. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Remind me later.
Yep.
To,
And,
yeah.
and Power Rangers.
Yeah, dude, all kinds of shit, dude. Star Trek with their transponders.
Oh,
we
yeah.
have
That'll
Dinosaur
never
Island,
happen.
and we're like, no, it's fine. They're stuck on the island,
Right.
and then you see one like disappearing into the water,
Into the
and you're
ocean.
like, oh no!
Uh-oh.
It starts.
Oh, God, that's so terrifying. Next one comes in from Devin McDonald. He wants to know, overrated or underrated, showing up to your buddy's house in a Speedo with zero explanation.
That's
Come on, that's way underrated.
JP, if you ever do this to me, I swear to God, I'm going to kick you in the
Way
nuts.
underrated. Dude, if I ever show up to your house in a Speedo, you'll know that I've lost it.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, or
It's time to
something's
put
gone
me-
terribly
yeah.
wrong.
So yeah,
Terribly
something
wrong.
has gone terribly wrong.
But yeah, I think we definitely
He
need to-
had a pussy. Oh my God. Let me in.
I think we definitely need
He's
to do
after
this.
me.
I think Jeremy needs to do this to Derek. I think that would
be funny.
That would be the funniest fucking shit ever.
Derek doing it to somebody would be pretty fucking funny too.
You couldn't tell he was wearing a Speedo.
Oh God, that
It's
was
like when
he
Peter
would get
Griffin
away.
is
He would get
naked.
arrested for indecent exposure for sure.
Totally.
No, and he's like, Your Honor, look, you can't see anything.
Exactly. It's just like the Speedo would get sucked into his body and his fat
Oh,
would hang
man.
over it, so he'd look like he
That
was just
ain't good.
butt ass naked.
That's a
Oh,
fucking.
that's fucking hilarious.
Lycra's not that strong.
Yep. Next one comes in from Tyler Freeman. He wants to know, overrated or underrated AI?
Underrated.
Way overrated, dude. It's scary.
It's not scary.
It is.
It's just that you're old.
No,
That's how technology is.
the
Whatever.
fact that they could take and make an image of you and a video of you saying whatever they want to say, and I couldn't tell the difference if it was you or not.
Yeah.
that's scary.
Of course, but think about 500 years ago, and they were like, all right, the fact that somebody else could just paint this same painting and sell it for the same amount of money, like it's technology. Look, whatever technology exists from the time you're born until you turn 18 is just the normal
They said the
world.
internet
Let me
would
finish
ruin the
this.
fucking world.
It's getting pretty goddamn close. Just saying.
That's what they said about books and fucking
There was one group of people that tried to burn a shitload of them. Just
parents
saying.
all over the place were like, this kid's just living in a fantasy world in his bedroom. He
Yeah.
needs to get out there. That's going to rot his mind. It's
It did.
the same thing that happened with television, the same
It
thing with
did.
the internet.
It did.
But we're all still here. It's not ruining
no,
the world.
It is.
We
We all
are.
collectively have more wealth now than human beings ever have in history.
That's true.
There's less people starving today
Yeah,
The United
than
States,
there
I think,
ever has been in history.
As far as poverty goes, the United States is one of the lowest poverty percentage in the entire world. like
makes me feel
like
better.
our
And just-
poor is nowhere
That
close
makes me
to
feel better.
poverty.
Okay, so between 0 and 18, technology is normal. Between 18 and 40, any technology that emerges is new and exciting, and any technology that's invented after 40 is fucking unnecessary, and we don't need this. It's gonna ruin the world.
I hear you. Well, we got to move on
didn't
because
say that. I said it was scary.
JP has to leave before too long, so we got to better keep on moving.
I'm just excited for robots.
I am not. I think it's overrated because we tried to have them roast us a couple weeks ago, and
I
they
hope
did-
there's one that
and they
clips
didn't
your
do very well.
toenails.
There will.
Next one.
My robot will.
Next one comes in from Dawson Glover. He wants to know overrated or underrated body cam breakdowns by police officers.
Way, way overrated.
I just think of cops. Just the show
I
cops.
think overrated.
Dash cams and body cams. I'm glad we have them because I really want the evidence. I want it out there. So
I don't think that it's fair to the cameramen of the show Cops.
I agree.
All this body cam shit.
I agree.
They're putting people out of work is what they're doing.
I know.
This technology is ruining this fucking country.
I heard a story about a body cam, or not a body cam, but like a cop's cameraman situation, and how fake that show was. It was actually pretty ridiculous. Like the criminals were real, but they would arrest them, and then the camera guys would be like, "Fuck, we missed you putting him in the car and handcuffing him and all that stuff." And they're like, "All right, get him back out of the car and put him in his car again and do it all over again." It's like, are you fucking serious?
Hey, reality, man.
But yeah, anyways.
All right.
Last one is coming in from Brian Swift. He wants to know
Picks
overrated.
these questions.
Shut up. You definitely
This
don't.
question is overrated.
Brian Swift wants to know overrated or underrated lawnmower racing.
Hey, Brian Swift, you hillbilly fuck. You're supposed to mow the lawn with it.
That's right.
If you want something to race, buy a fucking car.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and if you're just
Cheap
running,
fuck.
if you're just racing push mowers, then be careful because you could fucking
Yes,
trip and like
that would be-
fall
that
right
could be
into
bad.
it.
Absolutely.
He's cheating. It's self-propelled.
I think it's underrated, actually.
You would,
I
'cause
want-
you're a douche.
I want the Bobby Boucher lawnmower. I want that shit, and I want those motherfuckers
I mean-
racing. I think that'd be fun.
Let me make this point. If I went to an event and they had lawnmower racing,
You'd
I
cheer.
would absolutely watch and
Yeah,
be
cheer.
excited.
I would too. I'm 100% with you.
That said, if your passion in life is making a raceable lawnmower, then you're not fucking.
I agree.
Very
you can
cool.
do better.
You could do better.
You can make better choices. Is
Right.
all
Yeah,
I'm saying.
better choices.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is overrated or underrated. Now we get to move on to JP's favorite part of every single episode, or every single part of every. I can't even talk. It's JP's favorite part. It's called. That's where I draw the line. Shut up. Shut up. I've had like something with my right eye all episode, and it's driving me fucking bonkers. But
I got something with my brown eye going on
I'm
all
sure.
episode.
But
That's driving me bonkers.
We're gonna start with Connor Smith. He wants to know, where do you draw the line? The amount of shampoo products to have at one time.
2, shampoo and
Conditioner,
conditioner. That's all
that's
you
it.
fucking need.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But, you should see how much shit my wife has.
That's fine.
Oh my
She's
God.
a girl. That's what they do.
I know, but it's unnecessary.
Gays do the same thing, man.
You're gay and you don't.
My ex used to have like half the fucking shower was just bottles of stuff.
but
and
it's not that
then
they're.
I would just have like, they don't use it all.
That's what I was gonna say.
They
They
use
buy
it,
it, they
and they
use it
use
for
it.
a while, then they buy a new thing because
Yeah,
they
yeah,
see an
yeah.
ad somewhere, they
Right.
read a fucking article.
Or this smells better, and yeah, I'm not going to throw this out though because I'll use it still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, how many shampoo and conditioner products do you have?
I have a bar of soap,
And a wash rag, right?
and I don't. I use the. I
He's
use
got
the
these
loofah?
weird claw marks in it, but he's got a bar of soap.
I use the poofy thing.
called a loofah.
and body wash.
Yeah.
Poofy thing.
A
It's
poofy
not
thing.
a loofah because
It
loofahs
is.
are hard and rigid,
Oh.
and they scratch you.
Oh,
That's
so it's a scrunchie.
yeah. I call it a
Fluffy,
poofy.
a poofy.
I've called it a poofy for years.
All right, it'll poofy it is. Next one comes in from Reese Newland. He wants to know, where do you draw the line between hoarding and collecting? The line is hoarding is whenever you are gathering
We've done
things
this.
that don't have value.
Yeah.
No, it was overrated or underrated.
Yeah, same fucking thing.
just
Why do you
saying.
keep picking the same shit over and over
Hey,
every week?
dude, I can just make up my own questions if you want to, because this is what I got.
I'll start picking the questions.
You can Thank you.
Dude, we did this less than a month ago.
No, we didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
For sure. I'll
Yeah.
find the episode.
Collecting shit that has no value is what hoarding is, and that
I don't
includes
hoard.
trash.
I'm the
I'm
opposite.
sure it wasn't this exact thing, but we talked about hoarding and how if it's a collection, it's worth value. If it's not, then you're a hoarder.
Then you're a hoarder.
Yeah, we've
Cool.
done this.
But you can't like hoard.
You know what really pisses me off? Wasting my fucking time on shit we've already done.
Like toilet paper. You couldn't be a toilet paper hoarder
Yeah,
because you're like, dude,
Yeah, you can.
somebody's going to use that.
Don't
one
you remember
day.
when COVID happened and COVID hit and everybody went to the store and bought all the toilet paper? You fucking psychos.
Hoarding toilet
Jesus.
paper, hoarding fucks.
Yeah.
I had to use my
All right,
hand
let's-
for a month.
Let's fucking get it going.
Chris Welch wants to know how much money would it take to. What? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Chris Welch wants to know how often should you change your bedding?
When it stinks.
No.
No,
Every
I go by
week.
Yes, once
What?
a week.
Once a week.
Once
Nah,
a week.
That's not me.
No, I'm sure it's not.
That's why you have
It doesn't
bed bugs.
surprise me a bit.
I go through. There's a whole phase of bed cleanliness.
He keeps his toenail clippings in there too.
He uses his sheets until they're shredded at the bottom, and they won't stay tucked in, and then he gets a new set.
I'm like, but I wake up with cold feet, and it's just like ribbons at the end of the.
right, blowing in the fan,
Yeah.
blowing in the breeze.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
No, you change your. JP had a horrible visual.
those bike tassels,
Right?
Your sheets look like it's fucking gross.
My Dumb and Dumber toes sticking out of there. Yep. That's not how it is, ladies. Just so you know.
I bet it is
My sheets and blankets are all intact and they all smell nice.
because he changed them recently.
Hey,
He gets. I could just
Every
see Mike
3
right
months,
now.
when that's how he knows when it's time to cut his toenails. Like, I fucked up another good set of bedding.
100%. Mike like gets into bed and like laying on his back, and then he pulls the covers up to him. You just hear. That's great. But no, the correct answer is once a week, Mike.
no. I ain't got time for that.
Nasty person.
I gotta walk down 3 flights of stairs and like
Jesus.
walk
Me too,
a block
bro.
or so.
Oh, well, I have a.
You can hear him tip tapping all the way down the stairs.
I
All
wear
right.
shoes.
The next two come in from K Goodnight. He wants to know how much money would it take for you to lick a homeless dude's asshole?
Oh, I don't know that they're. I mean, well. Oh,
Homeless
God.
doesn't necessarily mean gross
It
and
does.
dirty.
Yeah, it
It
does.
does.
It
In
means
this-
if you don't have a home, you don't have a shower, which means you have.
How many homeless people have you ever run across where you're like, you know what? He seems clean. I'd
Yeah.
like to lick his asshole.
But are we doing it
Never.
right there in the alley, or is it like, hey, why don't you come back to my place? Maybe hop
Oh,
in
can
the shower.
they shower first?
No.
Oh, I was going to say $10.
This is what's crazy is I'm sitting here thinking like this has to be a life-changing amount of money.
Oh, yeah.
But even if it was like a homeless chick, it'd be close to the same
I
amount.
think 10 million.
Okay, that's a life-changing amount of money.
I think 10 million.
And you're gay. That's crazy. Yeah, I would say it's
But
in the.
I'm
it's
not
in
gay,
the
and I
100.
wouldn't want to lick a
I would
homeless
lick
chick's
I would
asshole.
lick.
That's
I
what
would
I'm
lick.
saying.
I would lick a homeless chick's vagina for 10 million.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of where I'm at.
I would,
I would.
especially if it's just like one lick.
I think 10's not enough.
Are we trying to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop, or we just have to lick it once?
Christ.
You have to do it long enough to where the homeless person goes, oh.
12.5 million.
I was gonna say
That's worth an extra 2.5 mil.
I'm 37. I give myself 50 more years to live. I want $1 million per year, so therefore it's 50 million. That's where I'm at.
Man, based on that math, I'd do it for a lot less.
150,000.
I don't
150 G's.
I'm shooting for like 68.
This motherfucker just needs his air conditioner fixed.
I know, right? That's exactly
If she
right.
promised that she could fix my air conditioner, I'd eat that shit.
But it also depends on the chemistry of the human being, because I dated a girl who smelled better after like a day or two of not showering than other girls who still smelled after a shower.
I
Does
hear
that
you.
make sense?
Well, we got to move on. The last one
It's
also
making me cough over here.
The last one also comes in from Kay Goodnight, and he wants to know, where do you draw the line when it comes to your partner gaining weight before you let them know that they're getting too fat?
I would never be like, you're getting fat. I would just say, no, you're not. Slower.
It'd be like,
You know what I mean?
You're not you're not as quick as you used to be.
If she thought it, like,
You're
if
not
she,
as athletic
if
as you
she
used to
gained
be.
like 5 or 10 pounds and she was like, God, I'm getting so fat, I'd be like, no, you're not. You look great. But if she gained 50 and she was like, I'm just sitting here being fat, and I would just be like, and just change the channel. She's like, why didn't you disagree with me? It's like, because you're fat.
I would do it a little bit more subtly. I would be like, hey, do you want to go roller skating?
No, there's no.
Do you want to go to the gym?
You have to get fat yourself, and then it's a team effort.
Yeah, but let's go to the gym together, Mike.
I think very few people are either one's in good shape and the other's a piece of shit as far as couples go.
Sure.
They're either both pieces of shit or they're both pretty active.
Okay, I'll take it. How about you, JP? 10 pounds?
He's just texting his friends to go, "Look, I'm going to be late for this meeting."
No,
Because Mike keeps bringing up unrelated
No,
shit.
he's
not,
not.
friends.
Oh, well, your work
My
acquaintances.
boss. My
Yes.
boss.
Yep.
Well, I don't even remember what the question was, but I can tell you
how many
this.
pounds
Licking
does
a
it take?
homeless dude's butthole.
You don't say that.
How many pounds?
You don't say you're getting too fat or whatever.
You don't?
You don't. No. You
Oh,
just.
you're just not
you
as
just
real.
You just wait until they leave for work. You pack your shit and you leave.
Fair enough.
No, you just stay in the relationship forever and then just learn how to have sex with a floppy wiener.
Got it. Okay. Well,
Or you get fat too, and then they'll be like, "Hey,
That's
you're
right.
getting fat."
That's
and
the
then be
correct-
Like, yeah,
That's the correct.
You
Yeah,
guys say
we
that
should
already?
do something.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's where we draw the line. Now we get to move on to questions and preguntas. We are going to kick this right off with Mark Aaron Deffenbaugh. He wants to know banned slogans for an attorney's office.
Doesn't matter if you did it or not. We'll get you off.
You'll get you off. I like it.
And
Let's
then I
see.
step into the picture and go,
Yeah.
You pay nothing unless we lose.
Okay.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's
That's good.
fine.
And then it's going to be really expensive, and we're not very good.
Get fucked by the long dick of the law.
"Okay."
All right.
Question mark.
Question mark. Yeah,
That's what the
right.
billboard says.
No lube. That's the brand. Let's see. Next two come in from Braxton Lint. He wants to know rejected nicknames for poker hands. These are actual real things to me.
Really?
Yeah.
What's a poker
So
hand that-
6ix9ine is actually called catfish, is what we called it.
Why?
No reason.
Who's we?
Like the guys I grew up in high school and played poker with back in the day.
Catfish?
Yeah, Well, no, I'm sorry. Catfish was 6s. I apologize. Catfish was 6s.
Why?
No idea.
'Cause
Okay.
they're fucking weird.
All the
It just-
all the
it just-
poker
it's just
terms
code.
I know seem to make sense.
It was just code words.
Okay.
So like if we were playing a game somewhere else and we
I
were
think
trying
catfish would be a rejected name for a poker hand. Nobody else says that.
I know, that's why we would use it, but it was a code. It would be a code from across the table whenever you're trying
you're
to run
cheating.
it. Exactly, dumbass.
Good.
That's what I'm trying to
Hey,
say.
I went fishing the other day and I caught a catfish.
You know what sounds really good? Fucking catfish. I think that sounds like
You're
fried
weird,
catfish.
dude. I think what they're okay.
But yeah, what do you got?
what this is saying is like deuces or
Jacks?
queens
Fucking
or like
jerks.
ladies or
Hooks.
something.
I know.
That's what
Well,
they're
those
called.
are
Hooks or
real.
fish
That's
hooks,
yeah.
yeah.
But I guess anything
Yes,
rejected.
Fish hooks are jacks, and I fucking hate jacks, and so I call them jerks because they are gonna fucking make you look. They're paint, but they suck because
I
they
need to
always
start
fuck
reading
you.
these questions first
Yeah,
so
you
I
do.
can reject them.
Yep.
Yeah, I reject this nickname for poker hands question.
Yeah,
Fine. You're
Fucking-
fun.
Fucking Braxton.
Next
He
one.
has good questions.
He does have
usually.
good questions.
Scotty just doesn't pick the ones.
this is
that
my
are
fa-
good.
actually,
I'm sure
this-
there were 30 more of them that were better than that. All by Braxton Lynn.
This question I think is a great one.
Okay.
Braxton wants to know if JP were straight, describe the girl he would be with.
Oh,
You know that chick I was telling you about at the beginning of this episode?
Fuck off.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be with her. I think you would be with somebody who smells like patchouli and probably had hairy armpits.
Yeah, 100%.
No,
It'd be
I don't even like dudes that smell like patchouli
It'd be like some vegan fucking
or have hairy armpits. Shave that shit.
some vegan treehouse person that lives in the middle of the forest with hairy legs. That's who it would be.
No.
Yeah,
100%.
I mean, I can't imagine you dating like a pantsuit businesswoman
No way.
or something.
No, definitely not. It would be like
It would be a very dude-ish chick.
that's what you would think.
And we'd
No,
be like,
it
hey,
wouldn't.
JP, I
'Cause-
see you're with a
'cause-
girl
'cause
now. And she'd be like, hey, babe.
JP has a visceral.
One of the girls I dated in high school had a shorter haircut than me, and
Right.
mine was
Oh,
real
God.
short.
All right.
It
But-
was shorter than it is now.
But the thing is that
so you're not
JP
wrong.
has a visceral
All my friends
reaction.
would be like, she looks like a dude, and in the back of my mind, I was thinking, thank God.
right?
but JP has a visceral reaction when it comes to lesbians, and so I
I don't
think
care for them.
exactly. So I think it wouldn't. I think it would be a very, very like good-looking woman.
Okay,
I-
I
that's
think
just-
so too.
that's just my
because
point. That's my-
obviously,
my
look
plan.
at me.
Why don't you do an experiment where you
I try to date women.
pretend you're not gay for the next 5 years?
Well,
Get married and have a couple kids just as
I think
a goof.
I think I've been already doing that for the last 5 years,
What?
pretending I'm not gay. Yeah.
well,
but you got to pretend that you are straight.
Oh well, I don't care for that.
speaking of lesbians, hey, Liz Perkins wants to know.
Hey.
She wants to know what's the best things to say for your senior yearbook quote.
What a crazy year it's been.
I know. Have a KAS, everybody. I remember there was a kick-ass summer, by the way.
I get it.
Yeah.
I know.
I saw a thing about a kid that didn't have a yearbook, so he just let everybody sign him. And
Okay.
he like got in trouble or suspended, or
That's
I
retarded.
I don't know if you can get suspended once school's over, but
No.
yeah, that was
If you looked back at your high school graduation,
Everybody
and you
just
could
wrote
pick- and
faggot
you
in
could
my
pick-
book. It was weird.
but with
They didn't
love.
even know. Yeah, with love.
Sorry, that was my mother calling. But anyways,
Probably calling to tell you she wished she had an abortion.
right.
Ouch.
No, what if you go back to every single high school reunion or high school yearbook? What is the most common senior quote of all time?
I don't know what.
See you next year.
No,
Oh, a senior quote.
like it's your senior quote. It's the one that everybody.
I don't
picks.
fucking know, dude.
Yeah, I
Just
wouldn't-
say it.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop to take a look around once in a while, you could miss it. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That is the one that was everywhere in every single yearbook.
I
of
don't
my
think we
generation.
did quotes.
Oh,
in
we
ours.
did. We did. 100%.
I don't remember. I know I didn't do one.
That's fine. And
Here's
oh, go ahead.
here's the next fucking 60 years of sucking a dick.
My senior quote was, "I don't do quotes, faggot.
Yep.
Get away from me with your little pencil and shit."
Love it. And last one.
A little pencil and shit.
And shit. Last one comes in from Brandon Laterte, Leader D. He wants to know what's something people do or say in your hometown but not anywhere else.
Let's go get some meth, you guys.
You guys, they do this thing in my mom's hometown where if you're driving down the street and you're getting ready to pass somebody,
Oh yeah, that's the wave.
but everybody does. Like,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
It's not like here. Maybe every once in a while you get somebody.
In the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But dude, this is every single car on the highway up there.
Mm-hmm.
Like once you get within like probably I'd say 100 miles of the place. Every
Good.
farmer you pass, every trucker you pass. I mean, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's
yeah,
just
that's the thing. It's cool.
It's a hey, I
Yeah.
see you.
I used to think when I was younger, I used to think, man, that's pretty cool.
It's
Everybody's
really
doing-
tough to say, but not anywhere else. Like my hometown, like just Dragon, Maine. You know what I mean? Like, but everybody does that in small towns.
What, like cruising Nolan Road in
Yeah.
Independence,
Right.
Missouri?
Yeah, like we had.
That's what we used to
in
do.
Garden City. We had like just regular Main Street, and it's still like paved brick street. And
No wonder
people,
you're such a fucking tool.
what me?
Yeah.
Why?
And I've never heard anything good coming out of Garden City.
Me, motherfucker. That's what.
Have you?
No.
No.
Anyways,
Do they have gardens there?
of course,
it's a city.
of
Apparently.
course. But no, the other thing is that
Thriving metropolis.
the Arkansas River it dries up there really bad, and
now
then,
all they have is Mexican gangs.
valid
Well,
True.
ice is hanging out there
Oh,
a
dude,
lot.
it's true.
But the other thing is the sand. We call it the riverbed. The riverbed dries up, and so everybody with like sand buggies and dunes and shit like that, and everybody goes out and absolutely goes crazy.
Cool.
So,
Wow.
But ladies and gentlemen, that is questions and preguntas. Thank you guys very much for participating in Monday Fun Day. Keep your eyes peeled for every single Friday. I'll put out that post. If we like your comment, even though I like it, JP is going to shut me down and make me feel like a piece of shit.
Next week, I'm writing the questions.
No, you won't, because you won't be here.
I'm still writing the questions.
We'll
and
voir
Derek
dire the questions.
Yeah.
and I
So we
guarantee
each
that
have
if I write the
strikes.
questions if I write next week's show, Jeremy and Derek are going to be like, "Fuck, man, when did you learn how to write a show?"
You just blew the surprise, everybody.
Oh, sorry. Jeremy will be here next week.
Jeremy and Derek will be on next
I
week.
blew
So,
the surprise.
hey!
Sorry about that.
I didn't.
I'm good at blowing things.
I was surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
There you go.
I can tell.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we get to move on to a very popular part of every single episode. This is the Laughing on the Sidelines draft. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this week's Laughing on the Sidelines draft.
Just going to say, fuck.
Anyways, last week, Derek won. But then,
Derek's not here.
that's right, and
He can go
JP
fuck himself.
got second. I think I was beat by the likes, if I remember correctly, so that's great. So yeah, that means that because Derek's not here, JP got second. He's going to get the championship picks. I got dead last, but I'm going to get the Eiffel Tower picks. And Mike, who hasn't been here in over 6 months,
Yeah.
he's going to get the first overall pick of this week's draft. And this week's draft is going to be the worst countries that we do not want to visit.
Okay.
Okay?
So I
feel like
go
we
now.
just did this.
Countries that we never want to visit. Okay.
My
Okay.
first answer.
Okay?
Yep.
South Africa.
Oh, that's a fucking good one right now, Bubba.
Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't be
Shit.
welcomed.
Yeah, oh man, that's a good one. That is definitely a good one. Let's see. I get the next pick. I am going to go with I'm going to go with Somalia.
Somalia.
Yeah, okay.
What would they do to you there?
Probably kill me there too.
I'm thinking about how fast you would be killed.
Yeah,
And I feel like, well, we'll talk about it in a minute.
absolutely. JP, you get 2 in a row.
I'm going to go with Libya
Okay.
and South Sudan.
That's another good one. Son of a bitch. Oh, Lord. Well, all right. I kind of secretly do want to go to this country eventually, but just
You're gonna-
not right now.
Okay.
Well, then you can't.
I mean,
It's a
you can-
country. These are countries you never want to visit, you dumbass.
Okay.
Not countries you might want to visit sometime. That wasn't the draft.
If it was nicer, I would
Yeah.
love to go there.
Yeah,
No, just a lot of history, all that kind of
sure,
stuff.
dude.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about, but that's not a country you don't ever want to visit. It's one I don't ever want to visit.
I'm going to go with. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Democratic Republic of the Congo.
Haven't you seen the movie Congo?
Oh yeah.
Great fucking movie.
I would want to go just so I could
See the gorilla?
Meet Amy,
Amy,
the gorilla.
I'd be like,
Hey,
hey,
yeah,
man.
dude. Absolutely. Okay, Mike, you get 2 in a row, buddy.
Okay, North Korea.
That would be the one.
That'd be the one that he was talking
yeah,
about.
that would be the one I was talking
Yeah.
about.
I don't want to go there.
No.
I
Only Scotty wants to go
secretly am so obsessed with that country. I want to go see all the propaganda and all the fake people trying to tell me that it's a good country and it's perfect.
I mean, I bet it has nice things.
Yeah.
Some nice things.
Okay.
The thing with North Korea for me is that the people there are so propagandized that
Exactly.
they don't wake up sad. You know what I mean? They wake up going, "Fuck yeah, our president is God.
Exactly.
Let's go to work and do a good job for him
Yes.
and be proud of our family and not bring disgrace to them."
Yep.
Oh, I got to pick another one.
Yep. You get another one.
Iraq.
Yeah, I've got mixed feelings on that one.
Well, unless you're a fucking Steve,
Yeah, no
then
kidding.
you don't want to go there.
Do you know?
I would like you to go there.
Have you ever heard of the Centennial Island?
No. What is that?
That is like the island that has a tribe on it that
Oh,
you don't want to go there. They will fucking kill you, and they will kill you like in yeah. I think it's North Centennial, I believe is what it's called, North Centennial Island.
Yeah.
Yep, North Centennial Island. It's an island. It's technically in India. So
Very
yeah.
good.
JP, you get 2 in a row.
I'm going to go with Yemen
Yemen's a good one right now.
and Myanmar.
Myanmar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
isn't that formerly something else?
Yes.
I only know that from the newest Rambo movie.
Yeah, and I can't remember what it was, but that's okay.
Me neither. But I wouldn't want to go to either.
Constantinople
I don't think that
or
was it.
Istanbul.
Yeah.
Those are two that's the same.
Are those your choices?
That says Yemen and Myanmar.
Yeah.
I am going to go with I'm going to go with Antarctica. It's too fucking cold.
No,
I could see that. Yeah, I'm thinking of death over here. I guess you would die from the cold
You
too.
would die
but
immediately from the cold.
I'd rather fend for myself though than have to like defend myself.
And is that
from,
even is that
from people?
That's a continent. Is it even a country? I think it's just a country, isn't it?
I don't know. It depends. I feel like the deep state owns parts of it, don't
Oh,
they?
I don't
And they
know.
do like weapons testing and fucking build pyramids there and shit.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
communicate with the lizards that live in the cave system under the crust of the earth.
Yes. Okay. Mike, you get 2 in a row. Your last 2.
Haiti.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's like chop your head off country.
It sure shit is.
And then
One of my best friends is Haitian.
Mexico.
Okay. That's not a bad pick. Did I tell you my only time I've ever been out of the country was in Mexico, and it was in Juarez right before shit hit the fan.
Wow.
Yeah, it was right before, too.
I've never been to Mexico. I went to Canada once, and I went to the Bahamas once, which is technically Great Britain.
Okay. That's fair enough.
So I've been to the UK,
Gotcha.
technically, kinda.
I'm going to pick my very last pick, and I would have probably picked it a lot earlier, but I didn't. I figured nobody else
Sorry about
would
that.
pick it anyways, but I'm going to go with Venezuela.
Okay.
That's
good.
Yep.
Aren't they like cleaning it up now?
Yeah.
No, you're
allegedly.
thinking. No, you're
Oh,
thinking.
that's El Salvador.
That's El Salvador. You're thinking
Same
El
thing.
Salvador or Argentina. And
Argentina, I heard, was getting really nice.
oh, that's because they have my boy running shit, and
Yeah.
he is my fave,
What's his name?
Javier Milei.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
is my fucking.
Hopefully
favorite.
the other countries will
Hire him.
follow
I
their
agree.
lead.
Yeah, libertarians know shit. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, let's put criminals in jail,
That's El
and
Salvador.
then everybody will be fine.
JP, what is your last pick? What country do you never want to go visit? I know it's tough.
I mean, I would say Russia.
Yeah, that was the one.
I mean,
But I think
but
eventually I'd want to go.
I think that I would rather go to Ukraine.
See, that's kind of where
I was trying to choose between Ukraine and Russia. But I think Russia.
I feel like if you went to Ukraine, the chances of guys rolling up in a van and forcing you to join their military
Oh, that's true.
are way higher than they
You're
are
right.
in Russia.
You are
Yeah,
correct.
well.
I think it's just as bad though over there too.
I'll go with Russia.
No, I think that's a good pick. I almost picked Ukraine as well, but
Even though
eventually,
Russian guys are hot.
oh god, and they like
Rush-
vodka. They fucking
a
love
lot of
vodka.
Russian chicks are hot.
That is, that
But
is-
I get that's no different than any other country.
Yeah,
It's
right.
Like some chicks
Absolutely.
there are smoking hot.
Russian guys just seem like they're the kind of guys that would just fucking hold your head down on it and make you choke.
oh my god,
And I appreciate that.
Do you?
Yeah.
oh, that's terrible.
Russian girls seem like the kind that would let you hold their head down, and,
Right.
and then just give you the tap when it's
Yeah,
time.
right. Yeah.
Oh god, that's crazy.
But then you know that even when the tap comes, you still got a good 5 to 10 seconds.
Oh yeah.
I think that people are going to complain that Sentinel or Centennial Island, North Centennial Island, is technically part of India, so my pick is technically India.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
No, I would leave the island.
Leave
thing.
it there, but just
Okay.
in parentheses put
India.
India.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
that's fine.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is this week's draft of countries that we never want to go to.
Vote for me or don't vote for me.
Hopefully-
I don't give a fuck.
Don't want to go to?
Yeah.
Yeah, wait a minute.
But yes, we can go to facebook.com/laughing on the sidelines and vote by using the corresponding emoji of the list of countries that you agree with that you would never want to go to. You can also go to X, which is at LOT sidelines, and vote there as well. If you have not already started following us on X, please do us a favor and do that, because I think I'm going to be using them a lot more often before too long.
Yeah.
So
we should be going live on X.
we could, but we're not going to.
Okay.
But anyway, now we get to move on
I would
to...
love to be on X with you and go live.
I'm sure, yeah, no, that would be bad. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we get to move on to my favorite part of every single episode. This is the laughing on the sideline shitty situation of the week. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is this week's Laughing on the Sideline shitty situation, brought to you, ladies and gentlemen, by Fanger Bang Beer and JP. Yeah, that's
Oh, man, you
Makes
cut
you
it
feel
off
like you're
before
mowing
the
the
best
lawn.
part.
I did.
I want to hear that fucking winning.
And also, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Baldwin.
Go ahead and
as
give
well.
him my music. He hasn't been on a while.
Okay.
And
Let it go.
Yeah, man,
there we go.
that hits whatever
It
part of
does,
me
doesn't
like
it?
like the
I
Little
agree.
Mermaid song hits.
Yeah,
That's fine.
same part.
But yes, thank you guys very much for participating in this week's episode. Mike and JP, you guys are awesome as usual.
You're
Glad to
welcome.
have you back, Mike. You are always a lot of fun. But this week's Laughing on the Sideline shitty situation is, would you rather? Every time you eat dinner, Derek spontaneously shows up in a Speedo, or lick a homeless person's butthole one time.
Oh man.
Derek.
Yeah.
I picked Derek 100%, dude. Is he there the whole time
Yes.
during dinner?
Oh,
Yes.
sure.
Does he help like dry the dishes or
No,
anything?
he does. He does lunges.
I hope he I hope
he
he
does
helps
lunges
cook.
the whole time.
I hope he helps
mean,
cook.
Exercise, calisthenics.
Is he behind something?
No.
He's like right there.
He's right there doing
Is he
his calisthenics.
Is he on the table?
bending over, touching his toes? No, just right there. Where in your line of sight, though.
I hope he just sits.
Like every time you try to look away, he's there. You can't look away.
Does
No.
he talk to me and interrupt
No,
my
not at all.
conversation with
Not
my
at all.
wife and
no,
shit?
Nope, no talking.
Well, then I choose Derek.
okay.
He's gonna be fucking cooking bacon, dude. I'm gonna hope that splatters on.
No,
your
you
burns.
can't make him do that. You can't
He's
make
in
him
a
do things.
he's in a protective environment.
Yeah, he doesn't know you can see him,
Okay, here's the
and
thing.
he's just it's like fucking there.
This is a psyop, dude. You guys have no idea how much I'm gonna make fun of Derek. Like, it's gonna be funny as fuck for me. I'm going
Yeah.
to point and laugh, and
Okay.
I'm gonna take pictures and put them on the internet, and he hates that.
But it's like vampire rules.
Still,
Yeah.
he never still goes away. He
That's
never
fine.
goes
He
away.
won't
dude.
show
you
up
think
in any
it's fine
pictures.
now?
I do.
And if you invite somebody else over, they won't be able to see him,
Butthole one time,
right?
one time.
Yeah.
One
Would
it's-
ruin me for life.
Yeah, it's
Derek in a Speedo is hilarious every day.
Well, you both chose Derek, and I'm gonna have to go with butthole. I mean, I've basically already done it. You know what I mean?
A homeless person?
Yeah.
I mean-
technically they were homeless.
Yeah.
Wow.
Technically they didn't. They didn't have a place. They were just staying with friends.
Yeah.
Here and there.
Yeah, at least
but
let him take a shower first, right?
They
They
were
were clean
unhoused.
They were clean already.
we met at the club. They showered before they came out.
Okay.
Yeah, but then there's all that club time.
That's true.
it. Just
That never
depends.
bothered me.
Really?
Yeah.
I want a girl
I like a nice sweaty asshole.
fresh out of the shower.
I like a good sweaty asshole.
No.
Nice sweaty, salty. Just yeah.
I hear a gay bar smells like a bunch of avocados.
That's what I hear.
Is that what you hear?
That's word on the street. Word on the street, dude, is every gay bar smells like avocado.
That's actually what the inside of your car smells like too.
No,
it's shocking.
No, the inside of my car smells like stale
weed.
cigarettes and weed.
It does 100%.
You been eating guacamole in here, dude?
Yep.
Yep, just got back from
Sure
Chipotle.
enough. Yep.
Oh, fucking
Was
fun.
that his name?
Chipotle? Yeah, that's
My
his,
name is Chipotle.
that's his nickname.
All right.
But anyways, hey Mike, thank you very much for coming back. Always love having you on.
Thanks.
JP, as always, love you very much. You're my best friend, man. I love
Absolutely,
you. Love you a
dude.
lot.
Thank you, buddy.
And thank all of you guys. Thanks all you new followers on Instagram. That's going pretty well. TikTok as well. YouTube as well. Thank all of you guys. We like hearing that. We like all you guys commenting on all of our stuff. That helps us grow the show.
Will you put my name?
I will tag you in everything I post.
Yeah. I want people to click on my name and then follow me.
Okay, that sounds good.
And the show.
Which is at
but also
mikeisfunny.com.
Yeah.
And then what's your tag for Instagram and TikTok?
Comedian Mike Baldwin
There you go.
on Instagram and at I don't remember what it is. I think it's just Comedian Mike on TikTok.
Gotcha.
Go to mikeisfunny.com. There's links to everything. Thanks.
Absolutely, you should. But guys, as we always like to say, thank you guys so very much. And if you like us, tell your friends. But if you don't like us,
We hope that you wake up tomorrow morning and your sheets are shredded.
Never gonna fucking live this down.
if you don't like us, tell your enemies. And until next time, guys.
Avocados from Mexico. Always good.
Until next time,
Keep laughing, assholes.
We will see you guys later. Take care.